What's up guys, Barry Gaming here, back with some more AFK Journey, and yes, we've already talked about battle drills last week. However, this week's battle drills are much more advanced. When we come on over to the battle drills table, you'll notice it looks quite a bit different, and as time goes on, the maps get more and more complex. I think they even go up to like a 3 and 4 path map. But you'll see it says camps are your starting points. There are 2 different camps to pick from here essentially. So coordination with guild is going to be the most important part about this one. Make sure you guys have like a guild Discord or have really good in-game chat, because coordinating is going to make you guys get higher ranks on the leaderboards. So because there are multiple lanes here, coordination with your guild is going to be very, very important. You're going to want to set and coordinate your power to be split very evenly between the left path lane and the right path lane. So essentially what you're going to do, coordinate with your guild, let them know where you want them, and then you are going to pick which camp you are going to join. So for us, we have been coordinating with our guild. We are going to join the left. It says, are you sure you want to join Stormkeep? Once confirmed, you cannot jump over. So please confirm where you want to go, because if you put too much power in one and not the other one, one's going to advance super far, the other one is not. It says, wow, a stronghold has been taken. But this comes to the next thing. We have buffs essentially. Now you're going to want to try to pick different buffs based on the scenario, and essentially you kind of want to just try to balance out what you need. The way my guild is doing it, at least I think that's the way we're doing it. We did it on the PTR similar to this. The right path is going to pick the ability called Strength of Unity, whereas the left one is going to pick the one called Energy Flow. Once these strongholds are defeated, you'll get an option to choose which buff, and then you'll be able to do that. So for me personally, I'm on the left team. I am going to go with Energy Flow. It recovers 80 energy for all allies every 5 seconds, increasing ultimate's damage. The other one grants all allies normal attack, crit, and defense penetration. I think most people go with Energy Flow anyway, so that is one of the most important things. And you can see all the buffs. You get the static one that gives 20% buffs, and then you get this one here as well. After that, you need to make sure you are essentially putting your heroes in to get the power. So I'm gonna put most of my core heroes into this lineup. Some of them not as necessary, just because I don't have them at mythic and such. You can change these at any time, so just keep that in mind. Let me see how many support heroes I've got. 1, 2, 3, and we have damage dealers. We kind of only have like 1 tank, but our Kruger or Aaron does double as a tank. I think this is a pretty solid team, mainly because Corrin and our Merrily are not Mythic Plus. Same with Ryanier, not Mythic Plus yet. I think I like this, so I'm going to go ahead and deploy this team. Now remember, the energy system still comes into play here, and every single day you will recoup energy. Moving on, the next thing you really need to do within your guild is assign who is going to be a boss killer, because there is a mini boss right over here, Shadow Haywin, or Haywin, I don't know. I always say Haywin, so that's what it's going to be. But there's going to be dedicated hitters you need to save. Essentially, you're going to want to try to keep your strongest hitters, not for these like guard details, especially not for all the little battles that'll pop up. You want to save your attacks for the bosses. So if you have the best bossing teams, chances are you might actually get picked as one of the boss killers, and that's what I am. I'm going to be one of the boss killers in our guild, so we're not going to go ahead and do any of these preliminary battles. But just remember, when you are going up against like these remaining guards and stuff like that, going in with the 3 hero lineups is the most optimal way if you can afford to beat the waves with 3 heroes, because if you don't remember that strategy, I'll try to put a link up in the top corner right now. If you didn't see our first battle drills video, check that one out first. We talk about the energy system more in depth and how to get around it. That is just really important. Next up, there are 3 different difficulties in this game mode we're going to talk about. So when you first start this, you are going to be on the difficulty Scout Recruit, and essentially as you go through this, it's going to go from Scout Recruit, is going to reset, you then go to Season Challenger, is going to reset again, and then eventually you are on Restless Warrior. Defeat the boss on Scout Recruit, you advance to the next mode, so on and so forth. Defeat the final boss again to advance to Restless Warrior, and then in this mode you will face a never-ending challenge boss. So once you get to the 3rd attempt on this boss, you're just gonna have a never-ending health bar. You just keep killing it, and as you guys can see, there are some rewards here and things like that. There is still, of course, the treasure chest that you can unlock to get keys and rewards, and it looks like this time it has like a much higher cap. You can go up to level 4, whereas the first time level 2 was the lowest. And of course there are the really good rewards here still. Me personally still like going for those guild medals to get more Rainier copies. That is my ultimate goal. If you do want to know who they recommend for heroes, they're there, but honestly we do it all the time here on our channel, so we'll try to guide you in the right direction. Now, like I said, you might want to just jump in and get your stuff done immediately to try to get as many keys as possible. But again, coordinating with your guild is going to be the most important part, because if you have too much of your power on the left side and not enough on the right, I think you have to beat both of these to continue on. So I think to get this one unlocked, I think you actually need to beat both of these guard details on both sides. So just keep that in mind. That is something you have to worry about. And then of course it looks like you weave around, you get to the mini boss essentially, and then after the mini boss you've got 66 guards to go against, and then you have one more guard detail tower, and then it unlocks the big boss here, the Bloom Mother. So this is the one that has that big knockback ability and damage. It does look like rewards are more guaranteed on the bosses, like the keys are just guaranteed, maybe here too, I don't know. Not really sure how the keys reward works. I know last time I seem to have missed out on a bunch of keys, so just keep that in mind. Now, last but not least, you are of course going to be getting a bunch of guild loot, but don't forget, tomorrow is the weekly reset. So the other thing you need to worry about in your guild is your guild chest. We have 72. Yeah, I've actually contributed 75 this week, which I think is like the cap pretty much. And we're going to be getting 72 because we did get our highest activeness. Now, one thing to remember with your quest systems here for your guild, you can continue to do all of them even when you max out your weekly limit. That is important. The one thing that is probably rough for some people is the earn mithril points. That is essentially spending in the trolley store. So if you're free to play, just know you will not be able to get that, and you will not be able to completely cap out your points. But everything else you can do. You can do the Dahlia tickets, log in 7 days, do all these battles, do those proxies and synergies we talked about, and then that'll be good because that is going to get you guys a lot of rewards tomorrow at reset. We got a full 23 hours, but we got 75 chests. This is gonna look pretty good. This in combination with battle drills will hopefully put us to a good spot in the Emporium. For the guild store. We're at like 4,400. It's going to get us working our way to another copy of Rainier. So that is the guild information for tonight. Make sure you guys are coordinating with battle drills. If you haven't done it just yet, ask your guild if you are coordinating it, and hopefully you guys get some good rewards. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one, and I'll see you guys next time. But make sure you guys hit that subscribe button.